This is Big Rat 310 and
Matt Boost 14, 19,
and
Survivor Series 07.
Okay, guys, we're gonna try to do something original here on YouTube. I haven't seen it been done before. Everyone knows that basically no one here on YouTube likes Triple H, and we just found out that Vince McMahon thinks Raw is amazing right now, and Triple H is actually disagreeing with him on it, but Triple H is keeping his mouth shut. There's more to it, but let's get started. Okay, guys, let me ask first. Is Vince an idiot right now? Because he thinks Raw is so good.
Vince has been smoking some weed. That's all I gotta say.
Seth?
Vince is not an idiot. Vince is just trying to protect his company. He probably knows he's wrong, but he just can't badmouth his company. After this whole entire situation with the Denver Nuggets, he just can't badmouth the company and say, "Oh, Raw is shit." You just can't do that.
Well, don't forget, Triple H also said that Vince and Brian Gerwitz always have these fucking crazy ideas. And Vince always puts them on Raw. In fact, this past Raw, Vince directed the whole thing. Like, the writers didn't even get a shot. Vince did the whole thing. So, like, if he's creating all this crappy stuff, this all wacky skits that we don't like, then does he really believe, do you guys think that he really does believe that Raw is good?
No, I don't think so. As I said before, I think he's just trying to protect his company. As I just said before, he just can't like make bad comments out of the blue right now. Where he's just coming out of the shitter from the entire Denver Nuggets thing. He can't just badmouth his company right now. I think he's just trying to protect it.
Okay. As we all know, okay, what's the best show on wrestling right now? SmackDown. My opinion, ROH, but SmackDown for WWE. Okay, so look, Raw, in my opinion, I haven't seen TNA in a while, so I can't say Raw is as bad as TNA. I'm gonna see TNA this Thursday for the first time in 3 months, so then I'll truly make the call on whether it's as bad as Raw is. Triple H, who we all thought was this evil villain, is actually our savior. He's actually the one who has these new ideas, these good ideas that are trying to counteract. It's like when you drink acid. When you drink acid in food or eat acid in food, you need a counterbalance to take it away. Triple H is trying to balance out Vince. Do you guys think it's right for Triple H to be questioning Vince and going against Vince? Matt?
Triple H, I'm up for you getting another title reign just because of this. Thank you. Gotta get Raw better.
Okay, Seth, what do you think? Do you think Triple H has the right to complain?
I think he has the right to complain somewhat because he is one of the biggest superstars in WWE, like it or not. But I don't think he can really shove it down Vince's throat. But I would be really interested, as you told earlier, that Triple H might want to take over Vince in a couple years from now. That'd be very.
I agree with that.
He knows what the fans want, and I don't think Shane McMahon can live up to Vince. He's just not as badass as him. I'm sorry. They're trying to make Shane more like a wrestler now, which is kind of crap.
Also, I didn't know this until recently. Well, not that recently. The reason why wrestling is becoming more scripted by the minute because of Shane and Stephanie. So I would much rather want to see Triple H, who grew up. He actually started training in the 1980s. Late 1980s is when he started training. I would love to see him take over the company because I think he'll get it back to its old roots. Promos won't be that scripted. We think John Cena and Santino Marella are good now. Imagine them without a paper in front of them.
I would like to see a little bit of a triple threat promo thingy going on with Triple H, Stephanie, and Shane over control of the company after Vince leaves.
I like that, like reinvigorating the Alliance feud in 2001, except actually making some sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
What I like to see is that we haven't seen in a while is that when I first was watching wrestling as same time as you, Big Rat, we knew that Shawn Michaels versus Triple H was a very big rivalry. I remember Bad Blood was in 04. There was a Hell in a Cell match. It was very good. I would like to see a Triple H Shawn Michaels rivalry again. I doubt it's going to happen because Shawn Michaels is on the brink of retiring, but
there you go. Who's the best person to retire Shawn?
WrestleMania 26, Triple H versus HBK, make it happen.
Triple H, I'm sorry. Even though, look, I believe in the stipulation rules. When you have a stipulation match, forever, this is forever, unless you wait a really long time. I'm talking like 15 years long. Whenever you have a stipulation match and you always have to do better. So Shawn and Triple H have a Hell in a Cell. So for them to have a one-on-one match, it's like they're lowering what they did in the stipulation, ladder, I guess you would say. Maybe because it's WrestleMania, people will let it slide. Hell, John Cena and Edge, they had a TLC, and then they had a singles match, and then they had their last man standing match. But maybe because it's WrestleMania, but I don't know. I didn't even think I thought the Hell in a Cell was good. But honestly, in my opinion, it went 20 minutes too long. 25 minutes too long.
I like their last man standing at the Royal Rumble in 2004.
It was good. Again, that was like a weird last man standing. They didn't use much weapons. It was straight wrestling. My favorite match between the two was... It actually wasn't the SummerSlam match. It was the Armageddon 2 out of 3 Falls match. That match is underrated in my opinion. Yeah, the ladder portion was 5 minutes. The cage was good, and the street fight was also very good.
Loved the match. Loved it. It's on Triple H DVD. Get it. Loved it.
You know what, though? Just because an old guy doesn't necessarily have to retire Shawn Michaels. Maybe they want to promote, like, I'm just throwing out my head, maybe John Morrison, because he reminds me a lot like Shawn Michaels.
Me
so
too.
Maybe they'll promote a big young guy to retire Shawn Michaels.
That's a very good theory. Not to mention it will push Morrison like crazy if he wins.
Everyone says John Morrison is like Shawn Michaels, and I do agree. But there's someone else out there that reminds me of Shawn Michaels. Brian Kendrick. He's actually going through the same kind of heel phase that Shawn Michaels did, but he's just not as pushed as much.
Yeah, I agree. See, Brian Kendrick and John Morrison were both winners, in my opinion. Except John Morrison and Miz are kind of exceptions to my tag team wrestling theory. One wrestler succeeds, and one is never heard of again. John Morrison and Miz kind of are equal, but Brian Kendrick, look where he is. Paul London, Shawn Michaels, look where he went. Marty Jannetty. So they're both going the right ways. John Morrison already had the Intercontinental title reign, which is what Shawn did. And John Morrison is, in my opinion, a little more advanced. I think he's like Shawn Michaels in 1994 already by this point in his career. Slightly mid-card, slightly, not really a heel. He's kind of turning the face side. Obviously, he might be going for bigger stuff than the IC title since he had that thing with Jericho. So, yeah, I think good job on both guys. Great theories. Kendrick, I think, needs... See, they gave him the WWE title match too quickly, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, I also agree.
So, let's get back to the vids. Do we all agree? We all agree that Triple H should inherit the throne. We all agree that Triple H is the right person to inherit the throne. Next one. Do you think Vince will ever change the way Raw is going at the pace it's going right now?
Please. Do that, Vince, please.
Do you think he can do it, Matt?
I hope he can, and I believe in him because he did bring the WWF, WWE. He brought Stone Cold, Undertaker, all of the great people we have today.
I agree. I'm just like, like I said, like you said, Seth, maybe he is lying, but if he truly does believe that Raw is good, then it's going to be a dark, dark day for the next few years.
Here's another take what I think. I think Raw is kind of in a slump. Like in baseball, like a team could be in a slump for a couple of weeks or so. I think Raw is in somewhat of a slump, and eventually they're gonna have a couple of good shows, and they're gonna get out of it. It's just natural. I mean, it has been a long time since they had a good one, but eventually they're just gonna have to pull something out of their hats, and I just think it'll bounce back. When? I don't know, but I think Vince could definitely pull it off. Vince is one of the best owners for any company.
He is, and I think. Look, I don't know yet. I'm still reading Brett's book, but I haven't gotten to the part where he joined WWF yet. But in the end, like in the last page, because I sometimes look at the last page, he actually said the words to Vince. Vince, I will always thank him for what he did for me, but he must learn that cheaters never win. Cheaters never win? What the fuck did Vince do to... Maybe I'm going crazy there, but like, cheating, really? Maybe he was harsh, maybe he was mean, but that's not cheating. Like... I don't know I haven't read the book yet, so I don't really know what Brett means by cheating. The Montreal Screwjob, I don't consider that cheating. So I do think Vince, I don't know, really, that's why I want TNA to succeed. If I want TNA to succeed, move to Monday nights and reinvigorate the Monday Night Wars. Then Raw will be fucking awesome.
Vince McMahon will get those competitive juices flowing again because he's so freaking competitive.
Correct. Well, I thought we did a good job here. For all just a quick plug. I'm still watching the Chikara DVD. I'm actually watching it right now. I'm a few matches away from being finished. Don't expect a lot of videos next week because I have exams all next week, so I might be busy. Okay, Seth, Matt, anything you guys want to say? We got like 40 seconds left.
I'm a sexy beast.
J-E-T-S.
Suck.
What? Bring it. All right.
That's the chant that we started in Miami. I liked your vid, by the way. I thought it was pretty good. And like I said, we can make comments back and forth, but until game day, nothing is certain. Okay, so y'all agree Triple H should take over. He has a right to complain, even though if he complains quickly, do you think that Vince won't let him be the owner of Raw if he does complain too much?
Not until Vince is an old man.
Correct. Okay, we're out of time. I'm Big Red 310, Survivor Series 07, and Matt Beast. Peace.